Get you out here well before the top of the hour. We're going to give you guys enough time to get those bets in for the primetime games, and that's what we do here on the drive-thru Monday through Friday here at 6 p.m. Eastern Time. It's our live free sports picks for the games beginning at 7 p.m. Eastern Time and later. And to deliver those winners, our professional handicappers over at Pick Dogs and at Sports Chat Place. Let's take a peek at who's on the show with us for today. All right, now Ninos is with us. Got Brian Bitler. We got James with us as well. James Clark, we got Jay Briggs, Rod Zawacky signed a little bit later, and it's Wayne Scott here as well. Here's how they'll line up for this evening's show here. We'll line up like this. We got Ninos, we got Briggs, Scott, Bitler, Clark, Zawacky, and then I will close this one out. All right, action day here for Major League Baseball. 14 games still on the card. One game going on right now with the Reds and Brewers. So let's go ahead and let's get this show underway. Let's go ahead and welcome in Brian. Welcome in Al Ninos. This is a Friday, not a Monday, so we're bringing Al Ninos to catch him over at Pick Dogs. We're bringing Al right now. Al, what's happening?
I'm pretty good, Tony. How are you?
Doing great. All right, here we go. Major League Baseball, this AL Central, which has me in a pickle a lot of times. I just have a hard time figuring out this division. Man, it's kind of all rattled up there. But anyway, White Sox here are going to be favored in this one, minus 151. Total sits at 9.
Yeah, I think they have a hard time figuring themselves out sometimes, but I think we got a pretty decent opportunity here with the White Sox at home. Now, they haven't done well in this matchup at all. They've lost 6 of the last 7 meetings, I believe. But again, a pretty interesting pitching matchup here now with Mike Clevenger getting the start for the White Sox. We've talked a lot about their struggles as a whole, this White Sox pitching staff. Clevenger obviously not having his best season, but he's coming off 3 pretty decent starts where he completed 6 innings, which is, I think, better than what we're going to see from Reese Olson here, making his MLB debut for the Tigers. And again, from top to bottom, I think I would take this White Sox lineup over this Tigers lineup, which has some pretty good hitters in it. But again, I think it drops off pretty fast after those guys, whereas there's more continuity in this Chicago lineup. And I mentioned the recent struggles the White Sox have, but historically they've done a lot better at home against these Tigers, winning 25 of the last 35 meetings in Chicago. And again, with this pitching matchup, I think they have to take advantage of the rookie making his first start and get to him a little bit and give themselves a good chance to win this game. So a little bit juicy, but again, you can lay a little bit on the run line as well if you don't want to lay all that juice. But either way you take them, I'm going with the White Sox.
All right, Nino says go ahead and go with the White Sox in this one here against the Tigers. And, of course, as you mentioned, a young starter here going here for Reese Olson here going here for the Tigers in this one. And, he's had some issues in AAA. It's not good when you have 10 starts and your ERA is over 6 and your whip is near 2. You are getting the strikeouts, but it just, again, there's a lot of question marks. He wasn't really highly touted. Coming out in the draft, 2018 in the draft, he was drafted in the 13th round. So it's not really one of those prized possessions here at all, and it shows here in the numbers.
Yeah, no, his numbers in the minors were nothing great. He pitched not too much in AAA, and those numbers were really bad actually this season in AAA. This is his first season in AAA, and first year in AAA. But, again, you mentioned Rene Olson. Maybe if this MLB thing doesn't work out for him, he could change his name to Rene Olson and try softball. I don't know. But, anyways, I think it's going to be a pretty rough start for him tonight.
Yeah, it looks that way. No doubt about that here on this one. We got El Ninos here on the White Sox, minus 151 against the Tigers. This one to have a start time here of 8 Eastern Time. All right, now let's take a look over at Pick Dogs for tonight's action. Of course, they're having a really good baseball season, 1,040 units of profit, all documented over at Pick Dogs Premium. Of course, tonight we've got Major League Baseball on the board, so 14 games on the card. Headed into a good weekend. There will be NHL and NBA Finals action for this weekend as well. What do you have going on over at Pick Dogs Premium?
Got a lot of MLB today. Got 4 plays in all. Got 3 of them in a 3-pack. That 4th one is for everyone those long-term 2-for-1 capper passes, which are always your best way to go. But again, if you don't want to go that way, you can always grab. I have a 3-pack out there, and my $19 Friday Grand Slam. If you want to just check out one big play.
That's right, guys. Got a bar with Al Ninos over at Pick Dogs Premium. See the great results in Major League Baseball. Also showing good profit last 7 days, last 30 days. He's got that 3-pack, a single play up there, $19 premium. Remember, these one-day passes are credit guaranteed. They must turn a profit. The amount you purchase is credit back to your account for side credits. That is credit guarantee. And of course, that's a 3-day. Here we are on a Saturday, on Friday. That 3-packs are very popular now. Friday, Saturday, Sunday action for Ninos. Big Cards Baseball. We do have 16 games tomorrow as a doubleheader with Rays in Boston. Big Card Sunday. Of course, your NBA Finals on Sunday, Game 2, and NHL Finals, Game 1 on Saturday. All right, Al, it's always great having you show. Continue that success. We'll catch up with you again next week. Well, everybody know they can catch you on the weekends here on Pick Dogs, on the Pick Dogs YouTube channel.
That's right. It should be on tomorrow and Sunday, 10 a.m. Eastern with Mitch and the crew, so make sure you tune into that.
And in that, indeed, guys, make sure you like, subscribe, set notifications so when Mitch and the crew are live, you're live with them. Get the plays in real time. Get the best numbers with these picks. All right, I'll have a great weekend. We'll catch up with you next week.
Have a good one, Tom.
You got El Ninos here on the drive, too. Let's continue on. Up next, it looks like we've got Jay Briggs. We'll catch him over at Pick Dogs Premium. Of course, the jam session has been a big success here this NBA season. Bring him in right now. Jay, what's happening?
Tony T, what's happening?
It's going great. All right, here we go. A team near and dear to you going head to head here as we got Rangers and Mariners going off. Mariners favored here, minus 107. We see a total here of 8.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Y'all see I got my gear on. I will be in attendance for this game tonight. It should be a good one. I'm looking at the total. We got I think, a pitching duel tonight. We got John Gray, who has been solid. He's been real solid for my Rangers thus far this season. And on the other side, we got Luis Castillo, who we know is a solid pitcher. And I like what Castillo has done in his last 2 outings against Pittsburgh and Oakland. Went 6 innings in both, no runs. I think we see another decent outing from him today. I know the Rangers do smack the ball at home. We all know that, as they have the best run differential in baseball. But I think Castillo will have another solid outing today. And on the other side, like I said, John Gray has been solid this season. He's won all 5 of his last 5 starts that the Rangers have participated in. He's only given up 1 run in his last 2 starts, 0 runs the game before that. So he's been really solid. I do have some concerns about both bullpens, but I think it'll be a low-scoring game throughout. I'm going to take the under 8.
All right, Jay says go under 8 here, Rangers and the Mariners. Yeah, hard to argue that one, right? Especially when you got a strikeout guy like Castillo. You get to strike out nearly 30%. You can get out of a lot of trouble, especially against the Rangers lineup, who again can put up some runs.
Yes, sir. My Rangers can put up some runs. That's been the story of our season. That's why we got the second best record in baseball. But we can get got to sometimes, and I think Castillo will probably be one of those guys. Like I said, I've really liked what I've seen from him his last 2 outings, and I think that momentum probably carries into this one.
Yeah, about a month and a half from the All-Star break, you figure Texas is going to be in the running. They got the bats to really attract a free agent pitcher over there.
I think so too, and we got to realize DeGrom, he's been hurt for most of the season, so he's still going to be back in this rotation. And if we can get maybe 1 or 2 bullpen arms, I don't think it's too crazy to say this Rangers team could end up in the World Series.
There you go. And what did you take from I know we're going to hear your NBA show here Sunday. What did you take from Game 1?
Game 1, Nuggets looked a little too big for them boys. And also, what we've kind of talked about, and I think I talked about yesterday, is the Nuggets, they have a real home court advantage up there in Denver. With the rest advantage they had, the home court advantage with the elevation, it's going to be tough for Miami to steal one on the road, and that's what they're going to have to do to win the series. So if we're just talking about the series as a whole, Miami's going to have to steal one, and I don't see it happening.
And you don't see it happening because of Jays. I remember your pick yesterday, looking good right now.
Yes, sir. We're trying to get it done. It was Nuggets 1.5 games.
That's right. If you didn't catch it yesterday, to win the series, Nuggets minus 1.5. That means the Nuggets must win 4-0, 4-1, or 4-2, and you'll catch that pick as well. Catch this one with the Jay under Rangers and Mariners under 8. This one to have a start time here, 8 p.m. Eastern time. All right, Jay, let's take a look over at Pick Document for the nice action. Good results over the last 7 days. 467 units of profit. Also showing profit last 3 days, coming off a winning day yesterday. 14 on the board here from Major League Baseball. Heading into a pretty big weekend with NBA and NHL finals set up. What do you have going on over at Pick Dogs Premium?
Yes, sir. Today I have 3 Major League Baseball plays, all in a 3-pack. Or you can get my favorite play, which is in that 3-pack as well, my $19 MLB play of the day. Like Tony T has said, we have had a great start to the MLB season. We've been positive units all season. Just trying to keep that momentum rolling forward in Major League Baseball. So hop on that 3-pack today or a long-term package. And As he said, we got hockey, I think tomorrow, Stanley Cup final start, and then NBA Finals will be back on Sunday. I'll have my $19 NBA Jam Session play on Sunday. We have now hit 5 in a row on that play. Really hot right now, seeing the NBA really well, trying to keep it rolling throughout the finals. So hop on something long-term or just continue to do what you do, and let's continue making money here at Pick Dogs.
Continue winning money here with Jay Briggs over at Pick Dogs Premium. You see the great results here from Jay, 467 units of profit. All document over at Pick Dogs Premium. Get on board. Very popular package here on a Friday is that 3-day pass loaded with baseball here. 14 games today, 16 on Saturday, 15 on Sunday, your NHL Finals Saturday, your NBA Finals Sunday. Way to go with that 3-day pass. Pick as a promo code. You'll save that 15% off. Right, Jay, as always, great having you on the show. Do that great work. We'll catch up with you again next week. But you also contribute to the morning shows here on the weekends.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. So I'll be on the morning show tomorrow and Sunday with Mitch and the crew. So y'all can catch me there. And jam session, I will see y'all Sunday morning for the morning drop. I might go live tomorrow evening. So be on the lookout. Have your notifications on just in case I do. I might go live tomorrow as well. But we'll for sure be live Sunday.
Set those notifications, if you would, for Jay Briggs. All right, Jay, have a great weekend. We'll catch up with you again next week.
See you later, my guy.
You got it. Jay Briggs here on the drive-through. Let's continue on here with our coverage. Time for Wayne Scott. We go over to the Skype world for Wayne today. Filling in today. Appreciate Wayne's contributions. We'll bring him in right now and catch him over at Pick Dogs Premium. Let's bring in Wayne Scott in right now. I think we're ready to roll here. We're going to the Skype world here. Got to remember that here with Wayne. Here we go, Wayne. What's happening, Wayne?
What's going on, Tony T? What's up, Pick Dog family?
Everything's going great. All right, here we go. Major League Baseball for tonight's action. I like these matchups here. Actually, this is the wrong matchup. You're going to actually have Blue Jays and Mets, so let me go ahead and get that game in there. Blue Jays and Mets. There we go. Blue Jays and Mets going head-to-head here. A good matchup here, I believe, as well. Mets favored here, minus 122. We see a total here of 8.5.
Yes, sir. As Tony mentioned, this should be a great one. They got two great pitchers on the mound. Both of these teams hold a 30-27 record. Toronto in the AL East, man, they're fourth and they're not too far behind, but they got less room to work than the Mets, which is second in the NL East. And I think Toronto needs this game, man. They're 5-5 in their last 10. But they made it with an even record in a gauntlet of games against the Rays, the Twins, and Milwaukee. Mets are 6-4 in their last 10. They had a little easier schedule in them 10s, facing Chicago, Philly, and the Rockies. But both of these teams have been playing some good baseball lately. Toronto 15-17 on the road, 2 games from 500. Mets, they do a lot of their winning at home, 15-9 at home. Guys, Chris Bassett in his last 3, 4.6 ERA, 1.3 WHIP. 3.8 ERA on the season, 1.1 WHIP. But it's the night games what I'm here for Bassett. He has a 5-2 record, a 1.3 ERA in night games, and a 0.9 WHIP. He's been outstanding in these night games, and I love him here, man. Not only do I love him because of how well Chris Bassett's been pitching, I think the Blue Jays have the much efficient batting order. They're 10th in offense, scoring 4.7 runs a game, while the Mets are only 16th in offense, scoring 4.6 runs a game. And both of these pitchers are right-handed, and the Blue Jays are hitting right-hand pitchers on a slightly better rate than the Mets. And the bullpen, man, I got to give it to Toronto's bullpen. Slightly better in this one, so you got the better bats with the Blue Jays, better bullpen, and a pretty even matchup for me. Give me Toronto in a more win situation. The numbers do not support this too much. Toronto doesn't play that well in their last 8 against the Mets, but if they can get a win, I think they can get one right here. Justin Verlander, I mean, we know what he can do. He can go out there and pitch some great stuff. When he's on his stuff, a 34% K rate, which is a lot of strikeouts. But in his last 3, he has a 6.5 ERA, and we're going to bank on how he's been playing recently. Give me the Blue Jays with the plus money, plus 115 in this one.
All right, we got Wayne here with the Blue Jays plus the 115, 117 here against the Mets. Yeah, hard to argue that one. Bassett in the good form. Verlander, the one you got to scratch your head about, right? It's been kind of some poor outings. You look over his past 3 starts, 2 of those games he put up some crooked numbers, allowed 6 earned runs. And, of course, the Blue Jays' bats are on track here. Look over their past 10 games. They're hitting .323. And, of course, Verlander's given up that long ball this year.
Yes, sir. As Tony just mentioned, Verlander's given up 5 home runs, but he's given up 3 of those in his last 3. So, he's been getting shaken up a little bit in these last 3. And also in the night home game role, his ERA and his WHIP shoots up. He has had better outings on the road in the daytime, so we're going to bank on that. And like I said, until we see Verlander come and show us some of that old Verlander stuff, we're going to go against him. We're going to fade him right now and take Chris Bassett and this hot batting Blue Jays team today.
I have to agree there. Blue Jays plus 117 here against the Mets. This one have a start time here, 7 p.m. Eastern time. All right, Wayne, let's take a look over at Pick Dog for tonight's action. Of course, tonight we've got 14 on the board here from Major League Baseball with the Reds and Brewers underway right now. So a good profit here over the last 30 days. 230 units of profit. All documented over at Pick Dog Stream. Go to Wayne's handicapper page. Go down to Pick History. All the plays there. What do you have going on over at the site?
I got my top selection in the MLB tonight, my hit and run. Let's go ahead and hit that one out the park and walk away with some profit. And for those who love the 3-packs, I got a 3-pack of MLB, my top 3 best selections in the MLB, looking to go 3-0, no less than 2-1 in that one. And for long-term subscribers, I do have 5 plays in total tonight. So the people that was on my long-term, they did get 2 extra plays today. So check me out long-term. Pair me up with one of these handicappers. Always use that promo code PICK so you can save some money when you're getting these picks. And let's continue to cash and going in this weekend.
That's right, guys. Get on board here. Wayne Scott over at Pick Dog Stream. 230 units of profit. All documented over at Pick Dog Stream. You can verify that by going to Wayne's handicapper page and verify that. There's $19 premium on the board. Also a 3-pack here from Major League Baseball. Get on board with that or the long-term passes. As we said, here we are on a Friday. That 3-day pass, a great value there. Lots of baseball for Friday, Saturday, Sunday. You got a game from the NBA and NHL Finals in there as well. Pick as a promo code. You'll save 15% off. Right, Wayne, as always, great having you on the show. Continue that success. We'll catch up with you again next week. But let everybody know we can always catch you on the weekend shows, right?
Yes, sir. I'll be on there with Mitch or Chris and the gang tomorrow, and I'll be trying to find some value in some different things for you guys, such as WNBA, boxing match going on, women's boxing actually, and Taylor and Teofimo Lopez, huge fight next weekend, so I might have something for y'all for that too, for the ones out there who enjoy boxing bets.
Very good, very good. They do indeed. Very good to have that from Wayne. All right, Wayne, have yourself a great evening. We'll catch up with you again next week.
I appreciate you for having me, Tony T. Take care, Pick Dogs, man.
You got Wayne Scott here on the drive-thru. Just a reminder, guys, if you miss any picks, we're going to recap at the end of the show. Stay tuned for that. Let's continue on here on the drive-thru. Brad Francis was a late scratch, so let me go ahead and get the next game loaded up here. But we do have his pick. So we do have Wayne's pick, so we will have that for you here on the show. So if you would just stand by for that. Let's continue on here on the drive-thru. Let's see if we can get I think we got next up here Brian Bitler. You can catch him over at Pick Dogs Premium. We'll bring in Brian here in just a second. I just want to get sure we get his game ready to roll here. Let's go ahead and bring in Brian. I think we'll bring him in right now. Let's see where we got him at here. Here we go. Brian Bitler ready to roll here with Brian Bitler. Oops. There we go. Brian, what's happening?
Tell you what, always glad to be here on a Friday. It's Square Dancing Friday. I'm ready to go out dance. It's 91 degrees here in Pennsylvania, which is usually a little bit hot this time of year.
91 degrees?
Definitely nice weather. Yeah,
wow.
91 degrees. I got to jump in the pool before I go square dancing tonight, but I love the card today. I'm off a rough stretch, but yesterday winning day. I'm going to try to keep it rolling tonight.
That's right, Brian, looking to keep it rolling tonight. Let's get to Brian's game for tonight's action. Of course, we'll be looking at this Orioles and Giants game tonight. Out on the West Coast, we're looking here at the Giants favorite here, minus 155. Total sits here at 7.5.
Yeah, for me, I'm going to go with a little bit juicier play than I normally do for Friday night for a drive-through for my free pick. I'm going to take the San Francisco Giants on the money line. I do love my Baltimore Orioles as a team, and they've been very good to me over the past 2 years or so. But this Giants team's starting to heat up after a slow start. even despite their 2 losses to the Pittsburgh Pirates. You got Logan Webb on the mound and goes for the Giants. He's been his usual lights out self. 4-5 with a 2.75 ERA, a 1.07 WHIP, 76 strikeouts, just 14 walks. Logan Webb has had a run of 6 out of the last 7 games, consecutive lights out, 6 of the last 7 starts. I think he goes 7 strong tonight. The Giants are 6-0 last 6 game 1 of a series. They're also 9-4 versus righties. I'm going to take the San Francisco Giants here and lay that juice. Or maybe pulling out Ninos -1 here with the Giants. Either way you slice it. I like the Giants here tonight.
All right, he likes the Giants here, -153 here against the Orioles. Of course, the Giants have played really well in that homestand. Of course, that all began with that Philadelphia series. It seemed to turn it around. They found something there in that series at home. And the last couple of homestands, they have shown definitely some improvement. You got to like Logan Webb, a career high 27% strikeout rate, limits the walks, the ERA low, and more importantly, that WHIP is low. And of course, again, it's one of those question marks. How does these American League teams, especially coming from a slugging division like the AL East, how are they going to deal with this ballpark dimension and the atmosphere in San Francisco?
Exactly, 100%. I like the Baltimore Orioles and Dean Kramer. I bought a couple of his rookie cards before the season, but he's been mediocre at best. And even this Giants lineup, it might not be the greatest, but I think they rank 12th in runs scored at 4.6. I think the Giants do enough on offense to get Dean Kramer and get a 1-run win tonight.
And what must note here, one of the reasons for the Giants' turnaround has been the performance of their bullpen. Remember, the bullpen was just horrific here to start the season. But you look over their past 10 games, they have an ERA under 1. So it's been really the bullpen that has really come through here. And of course, if you get quality start here from Webb, then you get the bullpen come in, and you can see why the Giants are -155 against a first place team like the Orioles, right?
Yeah. Plus, the Giants kind of use the same formula as the Tampa Bay Rays over the years. A good bullpen leads to success. Tampa Bay's bullpen might be a little down this year, but overall, that's how you create a really good team on a low budget, is having a lights-out bullpen. So I think the San Francisco Giants hopefully pick it up there.
There you go, Brian, here on the Giants. -153 here against the Orioles. This one to have a start time. Your late night game, 10:15 Eastern time. Brian will have to watch this one when he's square dancing. Hopefully you get one of those country bars out there. We'll put on the TV. Put on this game for you.
Well, they better. I'm going to have to head out to the Gentlemen's Club. I'll have to give up the square dance.
There you go.
Down the street.
There you go, down the street. All right, Brian, let's take a look over at Pick.com for tonight's action. Of course, Brian showing positive results here in Major League Baseball. 14 on the board from baseball today. Then we head into a weekend of lots of baseball. One NBA and NHL finals coming up this weekend, Saturday, Sunday, NHL, then NBA. What do you have going on over at Pick Premium?
Tell you what, my best bet's always my titanium wager. I had dropped a few in a row, but now 2 straight nights I've cashed my best bet titanium. Now 170, 122, and 1. That's over the last 293. That's a 58% hit rate on that $19 best bet. You can get it over at pickdogs.com, or it comes with my Square Dance and 3-pack as well. All 3 of my Major League Baseball best bets for $50. Guaranteed to turn a profit, or you'll get a credit back.
That's right, guys. Got over with Brian Bitler over at Pick Dodge Premium. 297 years of profit document over at Pick Dodge Premium. Of course, Brian with his action, that titanium wager up there, that does well for him up there. You can get on board with that. Also, individual plays from baseball. Again, here we are on a Friday. That 3-pack is the way to roll your weekend coverage here. Friday, Saturday, Sunday. Pick is a promo code. You'll save 15% off at checkout. All right, Brian, as always, great having you show. Continue that success. We'll catch up with you again next week. But I did hear your name mentioned on that morning show today.
Oh, yeah, I missed it. What'd they say? I should be stopping by on Sunday.
That was the news. That was the news that you are going to make an appearance back on the weekend show.
I would have been there tomorrow, but my son has his last Little League game, so I'm going to check that out. It's early in the morning, but then Sunday I'll be available. Good to go. Hopefully, is there an NBA game on Sunday? I should know this, but
there is game 2. There's game 2.
Yeah, I'll have to bust Mitch's butt and take the Nuggets.
Oh, good. Here we go again.
Alternate spread, lay 12.
Lay 12 there. He says lay the 12.
I'm just talking early. I got to look into that game a little bit more, but I'm definitely going to be on the Nuggets.
Healy looking Lady Nuggets there in this one. Felt that, hey, the Nuggets were at that big rest. They might have been the team that was dragging out there. How do you know? We'll see how it rolls. All right, Brian. Have a so great night. We'll catch up with you again on Monday.
Tony T, always a pleasure to be with you. I'll catch you on Monday, and we'll get the week started right.
That's right. Catch you on Monday. Brian Bitler here on The Drive-Thru. Reminder, guys, if you miss any picks We're going to recap at the end of the show, and make sure you stay tuned for that. All right, let's continue on here on the drive-through. We're going to continue on here our show, and I think we got ready to roll here. I believe James Clark is up next, right? Yeah, we do. James Clark, catch him over at Pick Dogs Premium. We'll bring James in right now. We'll see if we can roll him in to this. Let's see, we got him. Yep, let's see what we got here. James Clark, we went to my screen for some reason. All right, let's get to James Clark. Catch him over at Pick Dogs Premium. We'll bring him in right now. Let's see where we go here. Yeah, we got, I think just passed him up right now. James Clark. James, what's happening?
I know much, Tony. How you not, buddy?
Everything's going great, and this was a great one out. They're talking about this one out here. Everyone's all excited about. Yankees are coming to town for that 3-game series. Yankees at the Dodgers here. Kershaw on the hill, the lefty for LA. And the Dodgers favored -137. We see a total of 8.
You know, you got two good pitchers on the mound for both teams. You know, you got Kershaw, and for the Yankees, Severino. You know, his last 4 or 5 games, he stepped up and been pitching phenomenal for the Yankees team. And I like the Yankees on the money line here. I think, Yankees bats is the big thing here. And I think Kershaw, this season has not been himself like have we seen him in the past. You know, he's allowing hard contact, and that's bad to a team like the Yankees, that loves to hit the long ball and hits the ball really hard. And, the Yankees are coming off of, not scoring no runs against the Mariners. And that makes me like the Yankees even better today, because I think their backs is going to get woke up against, this Dodger team that's got a phenomenal lineup also. I just think the Yankees bats get going on in this game. Severino holds the Dodgers down enough for the Yankees to get this win at plus money here.
James, sorry, I had to sneeze here, dealing with little allergies here. All right, James here on the Yankees here, minus the plus the 122 here against the Dodgers. A couple of things I looked at in this game. Kershaw, they haven't seen Kershaw. Kershaw last faced the Yankees in 2019, and prior to that it was 2016. So many of these Yankees haven't seen him. So I think part of the reason you see this line here, Dodgers favorite, is the fact that they're not familiar with this lefty, and the fact that they have struggled here against left-handed pitching over the last 10 games the Yankees have.
Yeah, they have. They have struggled, but they've been hit and miss with left-handers. One game, like I said, no hits, no runs. The next game you come back with the left-hander, you got a couple guys step up, 2 or 3 home runs. That's the way this Yankees team is built. It's hit or miss. They do have good pitching, but the Yankees are going to live or die by their bats. And I think they step up here coming off of a struggling day with their bats. Last game, I think they step up big here with a couple home runs and get the Dodgers plus money.
This Yankee team is very smart. I mean, the management's smart, upper management smart, the scouting smart. So they have the Dodgers scouted well. That's what you're going to get with the Yankee. I don't care if we play the Dodgers 3 games a year. Doesn't matter. We're still going to send a scouting team out there and scout the hell out of them. So they're going to know. And I really think here, now that I thought about this, they may try to work Kershaw deep into the count, get him out of there, and go after that Dodger bullpen that's vulnerable this season.
That's true also, Tony. Like you said, Yankees are smart and working accounts, to try to get to the bullpen, because, the bullpen ain't been that good this year for the Dodgers. The Yankees' bats have been red hot against the bull, like pretty much every bullpen in the major league. And also, you got to look at Severino. His last 4 games, he has pitched. I mean, he stepped up phenomenal. He's been pitching really good for this Yankees team. I look for him to hold down this Dodgers lineup. That's really tough from top to bottom. Also,
I think the huge discrepancy here is between the bullpens. Yankee bullpen much better than a Dodger bullpen. I think that's where the biggest discrepancy is in this series.
Yeah, I agree too. Through all 3 games, the Yankees got the better bullpen. It's just also the Yankees are going to have to hit the ball when they get runners on base, and they haven't done that here of late. They've had quite a few runners on the base that could have turned the tides, could have won a game. They went in extra innings with with the Mariners the other night, on a 0-0 going into the 10th where they let 6 or 8 runners on base. Just one little hit would get them. So they have struggled with that here lately, but with them coming off a cold slump with their bats, I like for them to get back on pace here against the Dodgers.
All right, we got James here on the Yankees. Plus 122 here against the Dodgers. This one to have a start time, 10 Eastern time. Boy, they've been previewing this all day here on. It's going to be on MLB Network. It's been previewed like you can't believe. all day long. All right, James, let's take a look over at Pick Dodge for tonight's action. Of course, James, tonight we've got 14 on the board here for Major League Baseball. Big weekend of baseball. Of course, NBA Finals Sunday, NHL Finals Saturday. What do you have going on over at Pick Dodge Premium?
Guys, I got a 3-pack out there of late games that I really love. I got a 5-pack out there. There's a lot of games on the board, and I really love this card today. Yesterday, you looked, if you look around, you had a lot of favorites winning. I don't think it's going to be the case tonight. I look for some underdogs to come in this evening and get us some good wins plus money wins. And if you like your underdogs, guys, I got some underdogs on the board that I really love. Like I said, I got a 3-pack, I got a 5-pack. You pick. I look to go 5-0 or 3-0. Whichever one you want to grab there, whichever one you can afford in your budget. Look to sweep the board, and after we go 3 or 5-0, whichever one you pick, upgrade to 3, 7, or 30 days. Or like I say every time I'm on the show, guys, we got the best cappers in the world, and we do by far. So team me up with any of the cappers on the show or on the site, and we'll put some money in your pockets.
That's right, guys. Got to with James Clark over at Pick Dogs Premium. He's got his 3-pack of late night winners, or get the 5-pack of red hot winners. Your choice up there. But again, the long-term pass will serve you well. As you know, we're heading into the weekend. That 3-pack is a great value there. All of James Premium plays for 3 days. All of his baseball, big cards from baseball, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. Then we have the NHL Finals Saturday, NBA Finals there on Sunday. So get that 3-pack. Pick it's a promo code. You'll save 15% off at checkout. Add a second capper with that 2-for-1 cap promotion. Even greater value there. All right, James, as always, great having your show. Have yourself a great weekend, and we'll catch up with you again next week.
All righty, Tony. You have yourself a good weekend, too. Appreciate you having me on the show. Let's catch some tickets, guys, and look out for them underdogs tonight.
All right, look for the underdogs. James Clark here on the drive-thru. All right, guys, if you miss any pick, we're going to recap at the end of the show. Make sure you stay tuned for that. Let's continue on here on the drive-thru. And it's up next is Rod Zawacky. You'll catch Rod over at Pick Dogs Premium. We'll bring him in right now. He's been very good to us here on the show. I think we're ready to roll here with Rod Zawacky. Let's see if we can bring him in right now. He's en route. Let's see if we can bring him in right now. I think you saw him on the morning show. He was on a little vacation getaway, though, but he does make time for the drive-thru. Rod, what's happening? Well, he might be issues. There he is. You're live, Rod.
Hey, Tony, I definitely freeze a little bit. There we go. Definitely had to pull over the side of the road. Big accident.
No.
Maybe detour. So detour, but I'm here for the drive. Let's get everybody a nice winner.
Let's get him a winner indeed here. Let's get to Rod with the winner tonight. Phillies and Nationals, top of the hour going here. Phillies, big favorites here, minus 179. Total sits at 9.
Hey, look at the Phillies, and the Phillies are massive favorites here tonight. Wheeler on the road. Wheeler on the road this season. He's been 3-2 with a 3.68 ERA with a 1.16 WHIP. So not bad at all. But the problem is Wheeler at night has been awful. In night games, he's 0-3 with a 5.71 ERA in those night games. Yuck. No one will be laying no minus 170 with that. We're going to take the Nationals here. As the National on the other side, definitely, you look, his last 7 starts, the team's 5-2 in his last 7 starts. And he has pitched well, not giving up more than 3 runs, but once in 10 starts. So with the Nationals, guys, they got us earlier. But I love them. The Phillies, or in their last 4, 1-6 in their 11 versus a pitcher with a whip above 1.3. Let's say the Nationals plus money for our loss on Monday and get us a nice win heading into the weekend.
That's right. Get a nice win here. Indeed, here, Rod here on the Nationals plus 160 here against the Phillies. How can you not like this one? I mean, Josiah Gray, outstanding form, allowing two earned runs or fewer in 9 of his past 10 starts. A little concerned the walks are creeping up, but he got that home runs down. Remember, he was a 2+ guy last few seasons in baseball. Got the home runs down, getting the ground balls better. The strikeouts are getting better. But again, as you said here, it seems like a big number here for a Phillies team that has struggled hitting right-handers. And believe it or not, the Nationals have been hitting the ball pretty well. We saw what they did in the Dodgers series.
Right? The Nationals have been hitting well, so I definitely trust them a little bit better. Phillies hitting right-handers definitely hasn't been doing well. And as you said, Gray's been cleaning up. Gray reminds me of Lance Lynn, but the better version of Lance Lynn. So he walks some guys, puts some guys on base, but he gets out of those. He gets the nice double play ball. He gets the hit right to the guy to get the out, and he gets out of those jams, is what I've seen with Gray. So not like Lynn this season. He's struggled at times where Lynn used to get those guys out. Gray this season's, I call him this year's Lance Lynn, because he's definitely had some struggles with leaving some guys on. But, hey, he's got out of those jams. So I love the Nationals here.
All right, we got Rod here, loving the Nationals. We won't hold you too long, Rod. Give us your thoughts here on Game 1 here, Panthers and Golden Knights.
This Panthers and Golden Knights game, I like the over here. I know that everybody's humping the under going, hey, we're going to get both goalies came in, and we've seen both goalies. We've seen what Bobrovsky's done. We've seen what Aiden Hill has done. You know what? I'm going to go the opposite of that. I'm going to take the over. I think we've seen some goals. Both offenses average about 3 goals a game. I would sprinkle a little bit on overtime, and I think we might see that as well. I think both teams can score 3, and that gets us well over the 5.5. So take the over in this one.
All right, Rod Zawacky says go over in this one here with the Panthers Golden Knights, and his show pick here for today is Nationals plus 160 against the Phillies. This would have a start time 8 p.m. Eastern time. All right, Rod, let's take a look over at Pick Dodge for nice action. 13 games on the board. We're getting some games beginning here over in Major League Baseball. Of course, heading to a big weekend with baseball, NBA, and NHL. What do you have going on over at Pick Dodge Premium?
And over at Pick Dodge Premium tonight, I love today's action. I've got a nice 3-pack of MLB plays. I love goes up. That 3-pack includes my MLB Game of the Week. Hand it over, scoop those up. Or you can get my MLB Home Run sold singly for $20 over at Pick Dodge Premium. Or, hey, your best deal now. Grab that three days pass, $65. Use the promo code PICK at checkout. Great deal there. Join me for the weekend. You'll get everything I got going Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and don't worry, I'll throw some Mondays in there early for you so you get some more bonus plays there. Definitely the best value to you guys for all the support. Head over, grab my 3-day pass. Join me for the weekend. Big weekend ahead.
3-day pass. Now, is Game 2 of the NHL Finals on Monday?
Sunday.
Oh,
yeah, Monday.
Monday,
Yeah, Monday,
all right.
right?
Yes.
Yeah. So Saturday, Monday. So you would get both Game 1 and Game 2 when you buy the 3-day pass.
That's the way to roll, guys. So get that 3-day pass. Rod's going to throw that Monday game in for you from Game 2 of the NHL Finals. So get on board. Pick as a promo code. You'll save 15% off at checkout. You can add a second capper with the 2-for-1 capper promotion. Even greater value there. All right, Rod, it's always great having you show. Have a great trip home. Enjoy the weekend. But I know you're back tomorrow, every day here on the show of tomorrow at 10 a.m. Eastern time with that morning show. Of course, you and Chris with that Puck Dogs video series.
Yeah, definitely check out the Puck Dogs videos. Definitely like, subscribe, the way you get notified when they get released. Should be released shortly for the Game 1 video. And also definitely tune into the morning show tomorrow, 10 a.m. Eastern time on the weekends. You'll see a bunch of the familiar faces that you see here on the drive-thru. Join us on the weekend as well. And watch out. Supposedly, me and David Racy are supposed to step in the UFC ring and get it on. So definitely tune in tomorrow. Should be some good times there Saturday morning.
Yeah, there's history between Racy and Zawacky, which I heard about today on the morning show. Goes back to Racy because Racy, a longtime rider over at Pick Dogs, and now decided to come on the show after spending. He's actually been at Pick Dogs with longer than you've been on there, right?
Yeah, that's what I heard. Yeah, he's been there longer than I have. So tune in. We're going to throw you down.
There are going to be some throwdowns there. So throw down tomorrow. So you can see that Rod and David Racy. You look like a mild-mannered guy from Detroit, but I don't mind to poke them a little bit. We'll see how that rolls. You guys want to tune in tomorrow at 10
so.
a.m.? Yeah, I think so. I think so. So there, we can catch it here. No doubt about that. All right, have a great weekend. We'll catch back you here on the drive-through Monday. We'll turn in the weekends for that morning show.
Definitely. You have yourself a great weekend, Tony. Good luck with all your bets. We'll see everybody else tomorrow morning.
Indeed.
Big Gracie fight.
That's right. Zawacky and Gracie, indeed. All right, Rod Zawacky here on the drive-through. Guys, you missed a pick. We're going to recap at the end of the show. Stay tuned for that. Let's continue on here on the drive-through. Time for my pick, so let's get my game information up for you right now. We're looking at this Cardinals and Pirates game going head-to-head here. And what caught my attention here was the total in this one. And I think we're kind of looking at sort of seasonal numbers here for this one because from what I see with Flattery, I'm showing a little bit of improvement. I'm going to be coming in on the under 9.5 here with this Cardinals and this Pirates game, and one of the reasons for that, as I said, I'm seeing some improvement from Jack Flaherty. Remember, we've been critical of Flaherty before, but we know he's had some issues with the ERA. ERA is coming down 4.81, whip of 1.53, but really gets me. What put me in this game is the fact that Flaherty's pitched well over his past 3 games, and the Cardinals hitting over their past 10 games just 196. Here, Contreras in the ERA at 4.33. To strike out 16%, gets the ground balls about 36%, limits the home runs. But again, Flaherty's form improving, and we'll look at the Cardinals. Bats have been rather cold. We'll go under here. Pirates and Cardinals under total of 9.5 runs. We're seeing some folks in the chat room liking here that Cardinals side there indeed. All right, I'd like to thank everybody in the chat today. Nick Beats Vegas in there. Yahudi in there as well. Dave E in there. We're seeing some Ramon Blake in there. Shout out to Latifa. Yeah, Rod looked pretty cool there with those glasses today. All right, over at Pick Dogs, I do have I got 4 premiums up there. I got a best bet from baseball, 3 premium plays here from Major League Baseball. So go over and check it out right now over at Pick Dogs Premium. Use that promo code PICK at checkout. You'll save 15% off. Of course, remember we talked about use that promo. Check out the 3-day pass, right? Get all my premium plays for 3 days, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, all the baseball, and then NBA playoff final for your Sunday pick as well. 3-day pass, a great value right now over at Pick Dogs Premium. Make sure you use that promo code PICK at checkout, and you will save the 15% off. All right, let's continue on here on the drive-through. Let's just take a peek at some of the scores. We got Brewers and Reds now in a tie, a 3-3 tie in this one. This one's televised over on the Apple TV today. And, of course, the Reds have been hitting the baseball, and they're competitive here. They were down early, but have now tied the game up here at 3-3. Burns was a starter here for Milwaukee against Williamson, the lefty here for the Reds. 3-3, top of the 6th. All right, and of course that will take us here to bottom first here. Athletics and Marlins here scoreless. Marlins a big favorite. Cabrera on the mound for the Marlins. Hogan Harris will be the primary pitcher here for Oakland today. And I'll, of course, continuing on here. We do have games beginning top of the hour, so we got all the games covered. So let's go ahead and let's do the recap, let you know who's on who. Al Ninos got us started today with the White Sox minus 151 against the Tigers. Jay was on Rangers Mariners under 8. Wayne liked the Blue Jays plus 117 against the Mets. Brad, we didn't have Brad Francis a late scratch, but he did come in with the pick. Brad liked the Rockies plus 112 against the Royals. Brian liked the Giants minus 153 against the Orioles. James took the Yankees plus 122 against the Dodgers. Rod was on the Nationals plus 160 against the Phillies. My pick today, Pirates Cardinals under 9.5. The game I like the most on this board today, I'll go with Wayne's pick here on I like both of those, Wayne and Rod's pick. We'll go Wayne here, Blue Jays, those hot bats plus 117 against the Mets. All right, that's going to do it here for this edition of the Drive-Thru, guys. Make sure you tune in again on Monday live here at 6 Eastern Time. We'll do it all over again. We'll bring in our cappers from Pick Dogs and Sports Chat Place, and they'll give up their place for you live here on the show. Don't forget, it always gets started every day, morning show, 10 a.m. Eastern Time this weekend. Mitch, Chris, Rod, lots of the cappers from the Drive-Thru will stop in and give out picks for you for the weekend shows. Of course, Mitch's 7 picks in 5 minutes, his betting tool show. Nerfies, Yerfies as well. Don't forget Ron Romanelli's baseball rundown, pick from every game from Major League Baseball. Jay's Jam Session live on Sunday here from the finals. Also, too, we got Mills's prop video picks. Brad and Mills, again, UFC show following the morning show on Saturday, so make sure you guys tune into that. And, of course, lots of live show. Mike Davis with a live show Monday, Wednesday, Friday. Also, his prize picks, his first 5 innings picks as well. Nick Mencken with his Yerfie Nerfie. Miss Nick on the show today. He's out in San Diego catching that Cubs and the Padres series. Of course, Nick from born, I believe, from the Chicago area. So he's out there checking out the Padres. Cubs wasn't able to be on the show today. Maybe you'll catch him on the weekends, but catch his video series here on the show. All right, that's going to do it here for our show today. Let's go ahead and bring our cappers from today's show. We're going to wave goodbye, guys. You guys have a great afternoon, evening, and we'll catch up with you again